teenage or other young woman who's pregnant is considering having an abortion? First answer is pretty short and it's pretty easy, which is I started going to the March for Life in high school. And I realized that this is a lot more than just my youth group, a lot more than just my Catholic church. This was a universal movement that everybody could belong to. You didn't have to be Catholic or a believer of any sort. This is the human rights issue of our day, based on which all the other human rights issues have a basis. You have no right to anything else unless you have a right to life. So when I came here and saw the tens of thousands and heard, I'm going to reveal my age here, President Reagan speaking to us on the ellipse, you know, I was out there and he's on the phone, and I've been coming to these marches since 1983. And it's so, well, yeah, I can go on and on about that. But your second question is more important. I would say, usually when somebody's in crisis, it's not a time to persuade them as such, to try and win them over their mind, although the mind is of course involved. But to love him or her, and sometimes the boyfriend who's in crisis and is freaking out and might be considering encouraging her or paying for an abortion. So it's not just young women. Love them, care for them, be present to them. How many people here saw Bella? Most of the crowd. I think the most powerful line in Bella was when she's very distraught, she's just been fired, she runs off, drops the bear in the street, right? And she's going into the subway, and the bar no, he's kissed my cheek. I didn't watch it for days. So anyway, his character goes, running after her, like, what's wrong? And do you remember, she's on one side of the grate of the subway in New York, which is so jail-like, and he's on the other side of the turnstile, right? And she goes, I'm pregnant. She spits it out of her face. She has reason to be concerned. I mean, her whole world is kind of, in a way, falling apart, she thinks. And he's kind of stunned, and he says, you want to talk about it? Most powerful line in that entire movie. It could have ended there and it would have cultural impact. Because many of us, and I learned this in learning how to counsel, you go in with a certain preconceived notion of what somebody needs to know to make the right decision. But if they don't have that foundation of trust, if they don't know that you care about them, you can't just have nice, soft care without also saying, look, I know resources, or I can refer you, or I can help you through this. Look, you only have to take this one day at a time. No pregnancy, no woman, even with a completely wanted pregnancy, has all the resources she needs from day 1 to day 260. One day at a time.